I do
We
too.
are.
We are looking up.
But it's a better view without having to move the camera. So we're going to try it.
We're going to try it and see how it goes and see what they say about lighting too. It kind of is dark over there, but we'll see.
We can get another light.
Well, when that order comes from Moda, we can try
Yeah.
that new light, right? Because it can go right back there and just go over here or whatever, right?
Okay, we've got 7 people on.
Anybody there to comment? Say hi to us so we know whether we're seeing your comments or
We've
not.
got 13 people on.
Maybe they don't want to.
They're tired.
What can you blame? What a nice day.
It was beautiful.
It really was.
That heat wave that
I know. Tomorrow and Wednesday, isn't it? I think so. Yeah.
Can you just swipe that way?
Swipe what?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah. No, it's not doing it.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
Shirley's.
Shirley's saying hi.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
on the sheet.
So
Not
we'll
online.
watch it. We'll watch comments here.
It might fit right in the edge of that. Okay, cool.
I don't know if it'll stay with it flipping.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do our sew along this week. The Daydream sampler is the sew along that we're doing right
It
now.
is, but we're gonna talk a little bit first, but this is,
That's the one
so
we're
this
doing.
is
Week 2.
week 3 and 4, because we're doing 2 a week, so in your
Yeah,
book,
but
or
this is-
chapter 3 and 4, or
Yeah,
whatever,
this is
yeah.
the second
The
live
second
that we've
live
done.
that we've done, we're trying to do 2 blocks each time.
So for
So.
anybody that's new, we go over a little bit about what's coming up. The next sew along that we're gonna be doing.
Hi, Lynn.
You wanna grab that? This is our Christmas sew along that we're gonna be doing afterwards. So it's a Christmas sew along, but if you don't wanna do it Christmas, we are going to do
They
it.
said they can't hear us very
Oh,
well.
that's interesting.
Is it these
Yeah,
buttons?
one of those, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it was up all the way. Okay, now we're gonna talk, and you guys tell us if it sounds any better now.
I'm gonna go over.
She typically doesn't tape with this one, so we had to
No, we're
switch it.
trying
We're
to
trying
make
some
it
different things.
Okay,
So,
we're gonna substitute.
Linda Cole, you were the one who mentioned you couldn't hear us well, so is it any better since we turned the volume up? I can't believe you can't hear me, because I got a big mouth. I do, I'm very loud.
So this is our next sew along that we're going to be doing. For those of you that want to do a Christmas sew along, you can order this
They're
pattern.
saying the sound is very poor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hello. Nancy, how are we with you? See, you're just standing up now to fix it.
Yeah, so maybe. Yeah.
But I don't want to do it as a Christmas sew along. So we are going to replace, I think there's 4 of the blocks that Twyla and I are going to replace. One of them is the Christmas stocking. We're going to do something else there. The candy canes will be replaced and the bulbs. But it will have the same layout. So if you want to do it as a Christmas sew along, then we're going to show
The
that.
patterns for those are in there, and we'll show the block too. But in Deb's quilt, she just doesn't want it to be Christmas themed.
I've done 3 Christmas themed quilts, and I'm Christmased out with quilts. But there are people,
Humbug.
but there are people that want Christmas, so that's what we're gonna do.
Sandra Gregoire says it's a bit better. Oh, they're thinking it's the echo in here.
Ooh. Oh, maybe we won't be doing our lives here.
Mm, might not.
Anyway, we might put a rug down around us.
Mhm.
So the other thing that we have going on, we've got the magazine contest going on. For anybody that doesn't know about the magazine, to participate, you have to buy the bundle of fabric from us that will cost $17. The quantity and sizes of fabrics are yet to be determined. We are thinking they're going to be a 6-inch strip of 6 different colors, 6 to 7-inch strip. It will be $17 to join. All you have to do ahead of time is send me a snapshot of the magazine that you're going to use. Then once the contest starts on July the 10th, I will announce a page number, and you have to do a project that you are inspired by that page. Anything on that page. If that page has 20 ads on it, you can just pick out one ad that inspires you and make a project. It doesn't have to be a quilt, it can be a bag, it can be anything that inspires you to make it out of this fabric bundle. You can add as much fabric from your stash that you want to add, but you have to incorporate the fabric colors that we send you.
You have to use at least some of each of the fabrics that come.
So the prizes, when we post the pictures, the first prize is going to be a free long-arm quilting service, and it's going to be the one that has the most likes from the viewers. The second one is going to be a shop voted. So all of the staff vote on, we're going to try to pick something that's unique, funny,
something that stood out to us
as being different.
Yeah.
So there's going to be 2 free quilting services given away with this contest. So all you have to do right now to join is send us a snapshot of the magazine that you're going to use. And then once we send the page number to us, you don't have to send that page into us until you're ready to submit your project. And then you have to do a little write-up and say how that inspired you, or why your quilt or your bag or your pillow relates to that page. So that's going on. We've got the Christmas so long. What else? Was there anything else? We still have the referral program going on. The end of June, we're going to do another $50 gift card draw. So if you have referred somebody and they shopped from us this month, both your names will go into the draw for a $50 gift card. That's going on. We are taking names now for the Christmas stockings. If you want to get your name in for Christmas stocking, there's 12 gifts in it for $125. And all you have to do is send us a private message and we'll add your name to the list, and soon we'll be sending you a deposit invoice.
Tammy, you asked where do you send the pictures of the magazine. So if you've ever messaged the shop, the business page on Messenger, you can send it there. If you don't do Messenger, send an email to quiltsbythebay@gmail.com.
Yeah. We've got a big turnout for this, so it's going to be fun to see what everybody gets inspired with. We've picked the fabric up tonight, so we're going to cut it tomorrow.
It will be interesting to see what you guys do with it.
It's nice fabric. It's not ugly fabric at all. I think it's going to be some really cute.
And I think it's going to allow you to add and be creative and add things to it quite nicely.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice.
So it's going to open on July the 10th, and the turn-in date will probably be a couple of months down the road. We haven't posted that turn-in date yet. So Twyla, you can take it over and tell me what to do.
Okay, so we are on, this is the sampler, the Daydream sampler, and it has 12 blocks and then the sashing and whatnot. So it didn't drag out into 12 weeks. We're doing 2 blocks a week. So it should be done in like 6 weeks or 7 if we look at the sashing and all of the setting and whatnot. So the first 2 blocks that we did last week was this one. I really like that. It's really nice.
I like it a lot.
So now, I'll be interested to see what you say about this one when Deb and I talk about this. So this was the second one. So, I find, Deb doesn't agree, I find that because there was no background used in this, and I used the fabric according to the letters, how we picked it out, I find it looks very dark. And when I looked at the other blocks, this is the only block that doesn't use background. All the rest use background. So I'm wondering, is it going to look out of place with no background? Deb says it's going to be fine.
I think it is.
And it's her quilt. But the interesting thing is probably if this was my quilt, I would probably remake this and I would probably put a background or something maybe somewhere here, or even take out one of these and put one of the backgrounds that we've got chosen.
I see somebody just asked, pillowcases are due September the 1st. So anybody that wants to donate a pillowcase for the Smiles campaign, where any child that goes into IWK or Sick Children Hospital gets to pick a pillowcase and take it home with them. So if you send in one pillowcase, your name is going to go in for a draw for free quilting.
Sarah Lynn, tell us how you feel.
What does she say?
Oh, I love it. I love the first one. The second one reminds me of vomit.
It is not, Sarah.
See, I told you it would look better with some background.
No, I disagree with Sarah and Twyla.
Lynn says it will be fine.
I think so, Lynn.
Oh, Lynn, you're just sucking up.
So let me get back to the pillowcases and answer that question. If you send in one pillowcase, your name goes in the spin wheel once. If you send 10 pillowcases, your name goes in the spin wheel 10 times. When we get to 100 pillowcases, which we're probably already there, we're going to draw for one free quilting. If we get to 200, we'll draw for 2 free quiltings, and so on. Last year we got to 600. Because of the move and everything, I haven't really been promoting it as well as I did last year, so I'm not sure we'll get to 600, but we've still got lots of time.
Okay.
All right.
So we're doing chapter 3 and 4 this week, and chapter 3 is this block. So it's just bow ties. So I put together most of it. Deb is just going to sew one for anyone who's never sewn a bow tie. But if you look,
Isn't that cute?
so we've got to do this one,
Does this look like vomit, Sarah?
and this is sewn together, and then we just got to add the new block right there, and then sew that on.
So you want me to do it?
So the other thing I want to show you about this one is, hold that up. When I went according to our colors, so here's our color sheet, because we aren't doing what's in the book. And when I picked out the colors that they said, this green and this row was supposed to be this green, which is very similar to that one. So I didn't like it, so I switched it out and took one of the other greens, which was a little bit lighter, just so there would be some difference. So don't be scared to mix and match or do whatever. The other thing you could do with this block is you wouldn't have to do it all in
You could
strips
just
of colors.
scrappy.
You could do totally scrappy, especially if you're working out of your scrap bin, right? Like,
That
because
would
some
look
people,
cool,
it
too.
would
You have the
be,
row look.
you wouldn't have the row look, it could be. And the other thing you could do is
Back
play,
rows.
well that, or play with how you lay it out. You don't even have to lay it that way. Put 4 of them going
Yeah.
that way, and then do a different, like, twist them and turn them and do whatever you think there for a layout. You don't have to go in rows if you don't like that row look, right? So Deb's going to do, our one block that's left is another navy. So there's really nothing to it, right?
Nothing.
So when you look at one of these, you have 4 squares, 2 backgrounds and 2 colors. So you're just going to do a snowball corner on
And to do a snowball corner, you just put the dark up in one corner and you draw a line on that and sew on the line. Or if you want to fold it, you can fold it to get the crease. Or if you just want to eye it, you can just eye it.
something that small, you can eyeball that one
Yeah,
pretty
so I'm gonna
easy.
eye it.
Yeah. I really like either putting the, like you guys probably know what I'm talking about, the cluck sew tape, diagonal tape that you can put on your machine to follow the line, or the clearly perfect,
Slide.
not slotted,
Yeah.
but wouldn't you think we could remember that thing? Anyway, there's 2 or 3 different companies that make things that you can stick here that you then just follow the point of your triangle up.
So once you sew diagonally, you're just going to go out 1/4 of an inch and snip that off.
And these ones are too small to save, like they're teeny. We can't give you measurements because this
Don't
is
tell
a,
Nancy that.
well, yes, okay, so Nancy would probably save this, but we're not going to.
So I'm going to go in the opposite
It
corner.
doesn't matter because you're not
Oh,
doing it, you're doing
yes,
it.
I'm doing it. I was going to make
It's
some.
her first time quilting. I'm gonna iron this.
All right.
So guys, whoever watched us last week or the other day when the iron didn't work, guess what?
The iron works. We just didn't have it.
We don't know what we did or didn't do, but
Wally came in and turned it on and it worked.
I don't know what you did to this block. Holy cow.
What did I do?
Well, right now that iron isn't working.
Stop!
Nope, it's not.
It was working when I...
Oh, it's getting more. careful with your seam there when you put that together, because you're,
I'm down a bit.
yeah, you're down a bit.
Okay, I can do that. So I'm going to
She's
join.
gonna fudge.
I'm gonna join this onto this block right there.
So the interesting thing about these are, if you sew them, even though they're going in opposite corners, you can sew both of these together the exact same way, because when you flip them, it makes them opposite. So if you start with it like this, with your dark on the bottom and your little square down in the bottom right corner, you can sew the other pair exactly like that, and then when you flip them, they're right.
Gotcha.
You don't have to think, oh, do I have to flip one of these when I sew the second one so it will be correct placement? It doesn't. No. But you gotta sew both the same. So however you do one, you gotta do the other exactly the same. I think I love the red in this. Yes, you know me in red. I think that's my favorite part, is the red. That pop of red. And I'm glad that the red is the one that's the biggest line going through the center. I find it really catches your eye. I love it.
We got this.
So let's just make sure here. No, we gotta go this way and this way. Yeah, I think we're good. Do it the same way. We just gotta put it this way when we're done.
And we do that the same way.
Yeah, so do it. So you sewed it like that?
Yeah.
No. Like that.
I'm gonna see it myself this way.
Oh, okay.
There, that's the way I have to do it.
Okay. Man, I don't know about that. We
I
might
know.
not be able to do that. I might have to, I didn't burn fabric either. I might have to remake that one.
There we go.
I think she was cross-eyed when she said that one. Looks like something I'd do.
No way. I'm gonna fix that right now.
You think you got enough to fix it?
I think so.
Oh, here she goes. She's probably gonna just rip that in.
I'm not going to.
Bet she is.
I've got my seam ripper in my hand on that.
Oh, you do? I'm impressed. I am. Really impressed. Man, it's nice. That sun is still so nice and warm. Audrey Adams, when somebody said, when do you want the pillowcases? Audrey Adams said by September the 1st. Is that?
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Okay. Oh, Nancy isn't home. No sewing this week.
Nancy is working on an interesting book for me.
What one?
Just trying, I can't think and work at the same time. I can't talk and work at the same time.
Okay.
I got her fixed.
As far as the hollow sand in this room goes, I bet when you get your quilt rack hung up
Yes.
with more quilts. So right now.
Oh, you want to come in? They want to come in. Good. Open the key.
No,
We got somebody coming in.
where's my key? There it is.
Viola's gonna go let. We got some people outside wanting to come in.
Now, I might get let in once I get the key to work.
And there's the light right
I'm
there.
sorry, I just wanted to see what you guys had done, or like,
What is this? Isn't that cool?
Do you ever ship things?
All the time.
Please? Because we don't have enough room like that.
All the time.
Oh, good. So you, great. And then
Are you,
we're just staying up the street.
okay.
Over.
So were you looking at quilts? Is that what you were thinking? Or the fabric stores? You don't want to make one. Okay.
No.
Okay. So on the day, there's probably sort of quilts that I can show you.
And so here we go. We've got the strip done right here. That's the way to go.
Well, yeah, so they won't look at quilts.
Okay. Do you want to show them and I'll just finish
Yeah,
this?
you finish that and
Or you wanna
do the
come-
next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there we go.
So I'll get you to go on this
This here,
side.
and then show me.
Okay, Steve, so we'll start here and then I'll
And
show
then-
you when we get down there, okay? Did you have any colors or anything, or you just something that you're on? Yes. Okay.
So then you gonna sew
Grab the
that.
side and go right over this bench like this. Yeah. And if you wanna stop and take a picture of any of it.
You guys wanna see a quilt show?
Like that.
And so there's one block. So like she said, you don't have to do it in rows, you can do whatever design you want.
Everybody.
So the next one that we're doing is right here. Isn't that cool? I like this one. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
So this will go up like this, like this, like this, like this, and down like this. So right now, all I have to do is take this red block and snowball the corners just like that. So this is a block that's a little bit bigger. So you might want to draw your line.
How much are they?
I'm just gonna fold it right there.
They're around 1,100, or maybe the odd one that's more. Like if it's huge or if it's really detailed. Yeah. So there's.
Snowball that corner just like that. I just actually folded it so that it would be my guide.
If you're thinking of it as a bedspread, you want it to go longer, but if you're thinking that you're gonna cover it and just have it underneath.
So I guess the downfall to being here is the
Right, so
shuffle.
there's a few different
So I
sizes.
guess we have to rethink this. So then you're gonna cut that off just like that. And keep in mind, you need to snowball the right corner. It's not gonna go like this. It's got to go like this, so that you follow the red goes all the way around. Okay? So then I'm gonna snowball this other corner.
It's so pretty, like, see, isn't that nice?
Just like this. Gonna do that and that. Turn it upside down. And do the same thing for this one. And then snip that off as well.
Very similar to the old-fashioned quilts that they used to call the double wedding ring. That was like a thing that would.
And there you have your, instead of snowballing all four corners, you're just gonna do two of them.
Oh. Yeah, this is cute.
And it's gonna go like this. So you can see it right there. And then the next one that you're gonna put over in this corner is just a 4-patch. Which, if I mess this up, so you have to pay attention to how your 4 patch is going, because you'll see,
Totally different. Or.
you'll see how the black goes right through here. You want the gold to go right through there. So your 4 patch has to be laid in the right order. But you've got the pattern, you've got the book, so that's gonna be easy. I gotta change my foot, I know. There we go.
Like historical reference books and stuff that hit pictures of that.
Like this. You guys see? Like this. And make your 4 patch. So she would be here and she would be pressing this, of course. I'm not gonna press it. And so there's your complete block. So I'm gonna sew those two together. Like this.
You like that? Yeah, you have very good, look, you have
I want to tell you guys some exciting news. I have really exciting news. I just hired, I kind of made reference to it on the weekend.
I get that now.
I just hired a new employee who's going to bring all kinds of projects with her to teach. So see how that is sewn together like that? So I'm really excited to get some help here at the shop. She's going to work over in the new building. She's going to do my long arm for me. She's going to sew quilts for me. She's going to teach classes. Somebody was in the other day and asked for a Laura Hine course. She's going to do that. She's going to do some paper piecing and all kinds of other fun stuff. So when Twilight comes back, I know she's going to press that. But there is your second block. See how easy that went together? So we have this block. Where'd she find the block? Oh, right here. So you only have to make one of each of these. So if anybody's watching and they want the pattern, it's not too late to catch up. Just private message us and we can send you a book. So this is 4 of the 12 blocks. So it's going together quite easy. So does anybody have any questions? I'm going to check the messages. It's hard to hear me. We got to figure out this. We've got to get some help with our lighting and our sound. That's not how you thought the block went together, Sarah? Okay. Any other questions? I think that's it. So if anybody has any questions putting it together, just private message the shop and we can help you. Twyla's probably going to change that out, knowing her. But anyway, if you need any help with anything, let us know. And we will see you back here next Monday. Twyla, is next Monday night our mystery? The block of the month? No, it's the next.
No, it's the second week in July.
Oh, okay, I'm behind. Anyway, that's it for today, everybody. Thanks for joining. Make sure you post your blocks because we'd like to see what colorway you're coming up with. And a lot of you are doing it scrappy, but a lot of you bought kits as well. So we'd like to see those kits put together. And we will see you back here next Monday night. Stacy and I will see you here Wednesday afternoon. Talk to you later.